up, my 1111 YouTube friends? We're about to do something really drastic to our airbox. We're hoping it works. If it doesn't, I have a fix for it also. But we are going to, on the back side back here, I have some room right back here to install a set of reeds. So I'm going to install a set of reeds back here in the airbox. Because when we didn't have the airbox on it and without the turbo hooked up, this thing launched out of the hole. But when we put the airbox on it and with the turbo lag, it's a pig out of the hole. You have to power brake it, bring it way up on the RPMs to try and combat that lag. I'm hoping this will take care of that lag issue. We're going to put this in there. So we're going to get the airbox out of here. We're going to get it clamped up in the mill. We're going to mill a rectangle in here the same as this reed cage and tap it and stuff so I can bolt it on with the gasket and stuff here. And if it doesn't work out, I can just put a cap on it and cap it off. I'll just make it a new cap for there with the holes and everything, and put the gasket or some sealant or something. I'll just stick it on there and take this back out. But I really hope this helps. They run it on the new sleds. They run something very similar to this on the new sleds, and there's an aftermarket valve that's even more responsive and it closes at lower boost. So I was looking it up and I thought, well, I'll go with one of those. And it was too big. It won't fit in the airbox. Yeah. So we're gonna try this. Trent will get the airbox out. We'll get it in the mill and we will make it so this thing can fit in there. And if it doesn't work, it comes right back out. We'll just put a plate on it. I think it's worth a try. To have very quick throttle response, I'm willing to give this a try. Big day in the shop today. We're gonna be working on getting stuff ready to bring into the sandblaster. Trenton's working on pulling our skid apart. I'm getting the water cover off the motor to get that powder coated. In 93 they weren't, but I want to powder coat the water cover on that. Yeah, Trenton's got the chassis all cleaned up, nice. Yeah, I got it all pressure washed, degreased. Looks amazing now to compare to how it was when we tore it apart. It had 30 years of two-stroke triple leaking oil all down in here. Yeah, it looks really good. It was full of dog food too, wasn't it, Trenton? Yeah. Yeah, up in here was all filled with dog food. And I thought I seen someone, I was in there trying to vacuum some of the big stuff out before he pressure washed it. And yeah, he sells full of dog food in there. So it's all cleaned up. And like I said, we'll start getting all the parts ready. I went and picked up a seat and a tank for it. Excuse me, still got this cough. Got a white gauge pod for it and a white air intake cover. So things are moving forward. And after tomorrow's trip to the sandblaster, things are really going to be moving forward. I believe I located a set of purple ski bottoms for those aluminum skis. A viewer is actually going to ship them to me. That's so cool. Yeah, he got a hold of me via email and said, "Hey, I think I have a set that'll work for you." So he's gonna mail them to me. Super cool. He's donating them to the channel. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so hopefully I get them in the next week or something so I can take a look at them. All right, let's get this airbox out of here and get it in the mill. There it is, all back together. with the reed bolted in. Like I said, I'll end up making something to cover this up once we determine it works. Otherwise, I might be just making a block-off plate and taking that out and putting a block-off plate there. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see if it works first. So we'll get this back on and time for some testing. The airbox is all back in now. And now you can see what I have going on back here. I installed that set of reeds right here. I would have liked to put them on the top, but I just didn't have enough width right here. You know, maybe someday if I start over with an airbox, a new airbox, I might come up off of here and stick the reeds in at an angle or something. Or I could still modify this to where that works, where I can weld something onto here and angle it back and install another set of reeds if necessary. Or just move the reeds up to here higher so it's closer to the hood intake to draw in that nice fresh air. But this is my plan. This is my idea. Is it going to work? I don't know. But I'm trying to get rid of that low-end turbo lag bog. And this, I mean, they're doing it on the new modern sleds now, so this is all I could come up with. So I think we'll pull it outside, get a little heat into the engine, and do a couple test hits in the backyard. Fingers are crossed that this works. If it doesn't, I'll just take them out, make a plate, and put a plate on there. That's all I can do. He's just trying to get a little heat in the engine for right now, and then they'll do a couple test hits on it. Sure smells amazing. Minnesota's sitting on some nice snow right now, and more in the future. All this came on Thanksgiving, and God, the clubs are out grooming and stuff now, packing the swamps down. They're saying like another 3 to 6 inches this week. That'll be fantastic. Well, it seems to do okay. Ah, it's coming on strong. Oofta. They made a mess of the lawn, that's for sure. Nice. I think we're getting somewhere finally. Yes. Oh my God, it's a beast. Absolute beast mode. Oh my God. He's done some pretty good rips here, and I think he's having a fun on it. It's really coming around. We're thinking we might have to lighten up the clutch weights now. 1062s with this much snow and the bigger track. It's not really pulling the RPMs. I think we'll park it for now. excited on this. Hell yeah, that's how excited I am. Can I just get everybody to go down in the comments section? Just give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah to the turbo sled finally doing what it's supposed to be doing. Now, granted, it hasn't been some super long poles across the lake, but I'm celebrating right now that it's coming out of the hole hard, and it never, ever did that before. So down in the comments section, please, just give me a hell yeah. Let's celebrate all together. Cheers, everyone. So excited about the Airbox mod. I think it's gonna work. Now I just have to get some, I think it's called outerwear or frog skin or something to cover up those reeds. Cheers. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for all the support. If you want to help with any of the builds, one is you can just click on subscribe. I know it's difficult on a TV, but if you arrow down to the bottom of your screen with your remote, the name of my channel will come up. You can up and go over and click on my channel, and then just hit subscribe. It really helps. It costs you zero. It's goose egg, Zippo, nothing. But it does help me. More subscribers, the more they'll push my videos. If you want to help out with a super thanks, any amount that you want to help, it's awesome. I don't do Patreon. Any extra money we get on our builds is purely from what I get from YouTube for putting out videos, and what I get for super thanks from you guys helps absolutely with all the builds. And Matt Emerson donated another, what was it, 12 gallons, nope, I'm sorry, it was 11 gallons of 100 octane. We're running it on straight 100 octane now. We're running on straight 100. It seems to be running really good. It's about 2 degrees below zero right now. We will be getting it up to the lake. The lakes are freezing over great up north. There hasn't been any new snow since they started to freeze, so it's going to get, I bet, 6 to 8 inches of good ice before snow comes on the lakes, and that's going to be great for the lakes. But the next time we have it out, it's going to be up on the lake. We'll be able to do some full pole boost poles on it. Trenton said in the backyard here, just on them little poles, you'll see in 10 pounds of boost. 10 pounds on the top side, a little bit more than I want to be seeing out of it. I'd rather keep it down in the 6, 7 range. I think there's a way to adjust it. So we'll try and get that boost down a little bit. We don't want to run quite that much boost. It's right on the fine line of the head gaskets, just saying, see ya, we're out of here. And it's exciting, very exciting to see this thing doing what it's doing now after all the struggles we had with it last winter. Yeah, so I mean, the next time you see this thing out, you're going to see it on the lake and see some good poles out of it. Very short poles in our backyard. Don't have a lot of room to do it. By the time he gets onto full boost, he's hitting the brake. You know, so you can't really run the legs out on it at all. But it's just so much fun now to actually have this thing running like it should. And we tightened up the gap of our plugs by suggestion of Minnie, suggested to tighten up the plug gap to 18 thousandths. And so we tightened that up. And I don't know why I never did that. I knew I had to, because I knew from before, and I knew when I had my mountain turbo sled, I had to tighten up the plug gap. And I don't know why I never did it. It was at 35, 40 thousandths on the plug gap, you know, straight out of the NGK box. So don't know why some things you overlook, and gapping of the plugs was one of the things I did overlook. But they're gapped now at 18 thousandths, which, you know, between the plug gap and the reeds, things seems to be going in our direction now. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again. And like I said, consider a super thanks. And please just subscribe. If you watch our videos, just subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. Thank you.